What's up, everybody? Rod J back again to take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. So tonight I'm going to take a look at one for one of my local breweries here, MadTree Brewing. This is going to be a look at their Dreamsicle. So this is one that was just released over the last month and a half or so, and actually was kind of one that grew out of a April Fool's joke. Going back to April, they announced they were going to release their Dreamsicle, which was usually only served on tap, that they were going to put it in cans. But it was an April Fool's joke. Well, enough people were like responded back to the brewery. They actually went back and they brewed it to actually can it. So that made it possible to now enjoy this, and it's been selling out like crazy all around the city. People have really liked this beer. It is a Kolsch that is done with orange and vanilla. So just like those old popsicles back in the day when we were kids, it kind of brings those flavors together. And if you're not familiar with the Kolsch style, it's almost like a hybrid of a beer. It's done like an ale, top fermented along those lines with the yeast, but then it is lagered like a lager. So kind of an interesting way to make a Kolsch. Let's go ahead and get this open and get it into a can, see what this one has to offer. Get it into a glass. So like many Kolsches, you get a nice straw color on the beer, as you can see there, and I'll pull it back out here a little bit. Comes out with a finger and a half almost of head, but you do have a little bit of a haziness in there. You're not getting full clarity, but it's got that nice illuminating straw type color. I get a light behind it. I can really catch some of the carbonation as the bubbles stream up to the pretty much dead on white head. That head is actually breaking down now to about half a finger, so it's dissipating at a pretty good pace. Get some nice aroma off the beer. I'm picking up some of that vanilla. I'm picking up some of that orange as well. Now it is a little bit faint, so it's not coming out as easy. You do have to take a pretty good whiff, but you do get some of that yeast as well. You're also getting a little bit of a breadiness type in there. And really with this hybrid type style, I mean, you do pick up some of the qualities, like I said, of a lager, and so having some yeast and breadiness in there is awfully pretty common. You get some sweetness there from the malts, as well as most Kolsches use the Pilsner malt. As far as the taste, oh yeah, it's good taste on it, good snap with the flavor. Really on that after initial burst is when that Dreamsicle flavor kicks in, almost like an aftertaste type effect. I'm picking up that vanilla, I'm picking up that orange. It's got those qualities that match up like the popsicle does. Nice sting on the tip of the tongue. Definitely has some carbonation in play, but not over carbonated, but you are feeling the bubble action taking place. You get a little bit of that breadiness in the taste as well. You get some of that malt in there. Now the IBU on this one is only at 11, so it is a lower IBU beer, so you don't have to worry about anything like a bitterness really being in play. But it's got a nice break between the initial to the finish as well. Almost leaves like a semi-dry, dryish type finish on the back end. The texture on it is nice and crisp. You got a good refreshing amount of the flavor taking place. You will get some of the throat scratching going down. I do feel a little bit of that on the back end, a little bit of the acidity there. But all in all, it provides a nice flavor. It's got pretty good duration. The flavors are kicking around very easily in the mouth. I can feel it all around from the tongue to the cheek to the roof of the mouth. Great mouth coating effect. Great mouth feel with this one. Very solid. The flavors are really being housed like somewhat in the cheek area that I'm actually feeling that tingling sensation I like to get from a good beer, that I can actually sit here and have a conversation and the flavors are kicking around. I'm not feeling a need to rush back in and get that flavor again. It's hanging around very nicely. A pretty good beer from MadTree. So don't know how much longer this is out there. If you see it and you're around the Cincinnati area or you get MadTree, definitely one worth giving it a try before it's gone. Not sure if they're bringing it back in cans again next year. With the success they've been having, I would think they would. Like I said, a lot of people here really liked it. People have been posting it around on Facebook when they find it at places, and it's gone pretty much that quickly afterwards. So a good beer from MadTree, one of the other Cincinnati breweries we have here, as we're upwards of 40 breweries now within pretty much the whatever mile radius of Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky may be. We just got a lot of good beer actually taking place. Get a chance, check them out. But thanks again for swinging by to see another video. Always appreciate that. As always, please make sure you leave comments or feedback, and like if you like what you saw, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and all that good jazz. That all being said, I look forward to catching you next time. Cheers.